The UK is finally starting to accept Bitcoin once and for all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at today's Bitcoin update. A bit of a later upload today, but guys, this one was pretty interesting to me because the UK, if you guys know me, London is like my second home, and we're seeing Bitcoin do pretty well today. You know, some bullish news across the board. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Bitcoin to 1 million, the channel where I go over daily Bitcoin updates. Whether it's new institutional buys, whether it's just news, whether it's anything that involves Bitcoin getting closer to that $1 million mark, it will be covered on this channel. So if you guys do want more Bitcoin content, make sure you guys subscribe down below, because yeah, I mean, this is going to be a daily channel that I post on for as long as possible. Okay, now Bitcoin is currently trading at almost $94,000, which is freaking amazing. Today was a very nice day for Bitcoin. Huge bounce in the markets. We can see, guys, Bitcoin is still recovering, still trying to make up for the monthly losses. But here's what's very interesting. So in the 1 year now, we are only down 2%. Now this flipped for the majority of this year. It was up anywhere from 60 to 80%, even 100+%. But we got into the reds, and now it's looking like we might get neutral again. Okay, so will Bitcoin continue to have a bullish week? No one really knows, but one thing that I do know is that things are looking pretty interesting, especially for the US. So Senator Cynthia Lummis hints at potential US Bitcoin buy. Senator Lummis has recently submitted legislation to have the US government buy 1 million Bitcoin. And then she tweeted this: big things coming for Franklin. And it says Franklin buys Bitcoin and finds financial freedom. Freaking shout out to Franklin, right? The turtle. You guys watch Franklin, you guys already know. But yeah, very cool. So if the US does go ahead and buy some more Bitcoin, obviously it's going to be very bullish, and I do think it will have a whole ripple effect. If the US publicly says that, hey, we've bought more Bitcoin, or we've bought Bitcoin, it's going to be nuts. I think a lot of other countries will follow suit, other companies will follow suit, and I mean, it would literally be a huge domino effect, which would one, make me very happy. Okay, now the UK passes a new law to officially recognize Bitcoin and crypto as property, or as they say, property. Now here's the thing, guys. The UK, when I was over there, I mean, I've spent a lot of time there. It's crazy, and especially like my UK friends who try and buy crypto, like you have to do so much bullshit, like answer surveys and like fill out so much bullshit just to buy crypto. It's actually insane, right? So when I see all this, and I'm slowly starting to see them ease up on regulations, it obviously is a step in the right direction, but there is still so much work to do, guys. It's like insane how hard it is to buy crypto over there. Okay, so hopefully, obviously Europe and the UK, huge markets. It'd be nice for them to be fully lenient, kind of like how Canada and the US work. I mean, even here we have some, stipulations, but regardless, the more lenient, the better. Okay. Now, $12 trillion Charles Schwab says it will offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading in early 2026. Obviously, guys, this is bullish. The more accessible Bitcoin is, and I guess Ethereum as well, the better for everyone. And guys, in terms of Ethereum, I do actually hold Ethereum, and again, I want to be very transparent here. My biggest holding is Bitcoin. My second biggest is Ethereum. My third biggest right now is Cash, I believe, and my fourth biggest is Tesla stock, or it might be stock and then Cash. I don't know, one of the two. But more or less, guys, I do own a bit of Ethereum, and yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want me to make a comparison video as to why I like Bitcoin more than Ethereum, again, maybe I could do that in future. Okay, now people who bought Bitcoin in 2017, I mean, right now, they're down 10.9%, whatever, but overall they're up 900%. And the reason I want to share this with you guys is because, listen, Bitcoin is a coin that you buy and you wait for a while, right? Bitcoin is no longer a coin where you can make crazy gains that are astronomical. We have meme coins for that. We have other things like that, right? So there's obviously that. But what I will say is, on days that Bitcoin dips heavy, that's when you want to buy Bitcoin, right? And you want to buy Bitcoin with size. Bitcoin to $1 million, again, is something that I genuinely believe will happen. So, I mean, if you do the math, right now, if you were to buy one whole Bitcoin, you basically are guaranteeing yourself to become a millionaire. Again, assuming you believe in Bitcoin, assuming you understand the supply shock, and assuming you understand all the tech behind it, it just kind of makes sense. Okay, now this is also very cool. So owning just 0.2 per 2 Bitcoin puts you in the top 1% of Bitcoin holders. So we could see right here, guys, on CoinMarketCap. 0.2 Bitcoin is about $18,000. Again, this is very, very attainable for the average person. I think easily attainable within a year, assuming that you're very aggressively saving and investing and living below your means. I mean, guys, I think a goal for everyone who has zero Bitcoin should be, eventually start small, right? Get to 0.01, right? Which I think is very attainable in a month, assuming, you have a job and, you're not an idiot with your finances. Then make your goal 0.05, right? Then make it 0.1, right? And slowly just start to set these goals for yourself until you eventually have one whole Bitcoin, in which then you can go ahead and, pretty much do a lot. Okay, now guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.